Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, or they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you got him put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
One in the chat. We up? One in the chat. Hit me with a one. No ones yet. Hit me with a one. Hit me with a one. Hit me with a one. If you can hear us, hit me with a one. You should be able to hear me by now. Hit me with a one. Hit me with a one. One. Okay, I got a one. I got one. Hit me with a one if you can hit. All right, I got a one. Okay, we good. We good. Hit me with a one. All right. You know us.
Mic check.
Mic check. Okay, we up and running. Okay, you know.
I have to, you know what I mean? I'll be back here. Alejandro was back. That was Alejandro.
Yeah, that definitely was Alejandro.
That was Alejandro, but you know.
He's complaining about a pay raise or something. And you know how that goes.
So as we were saying before,
yeah, now that the sound is back up,
this is our 2 year
2-year
anniversary of the show.
anniversary. Clap that up. Right? And 2 years ago,
Yes.
we had a little TV screen here,
I don't even know what to think about.
dark
behind
cameras.
that. I didn't like that TV.
backdrop. I mean, but we were trying. We were
Yeah.
trying to get it all together and bring the people something that they
Yeah.
could enjoy. And now we're 2 years in. You are now on steroids. You
Facts.
weren't on steroids before.
Yeah.
And so now the show has developed.
I looked crazy back then.
I got a little bit of, guns and guts.
Guns and Guts.
Look out for the TV series.
Guns and Guts.
Guns and Guts.
Yeah.
The #1 team in New York to stop
Yeah.
crime. While he's killing crime, I'll be eating donuts. We'll do something nice with that. You had a baby.
I didn't have.
Oh no, you didn't have a baby. You're having a baby.
I'm having a baby. Yes.
Yes, and for me, that was the greatest news. Yes.
Yeah.
While we were rolling out internet channels and apps and all of that, I had to sit on this.
Yeah.
Because
He wanted to tell you guys the minute we found out.
Come
I
on,
was
I'm
just
Papa
like,
Dot. I mean, you know what I mean?
I was
and,
like, listen.
and I had to
Chill.
wait until the timing was
like,
right.
Chill, dog.
But I want to congratulate you
Thank
and
you.
the wifey.
you.
You did a great job of keeping your private life because half the people here probably thought you were gay or
Yo,
some
it was
other
it was some people who really thought that.
Yeah, they said this nigga's gay. No, but you did a great job
Yeah,
of
it
keeping
was
your
a
family and
feature.
personal life out of it. You know what I mean? And so that you could do your show. And now the cat's out the bag.
Facts.
So any of them shorties who was trying to get at you, that's over. That that train done left the station already. That cake is baked.
Day. Sad. My jersey's in the Raptors though.
Jersey's in the Raptors. Wifey's like, hey.
My jersey's in the Raptors though.
So, I haven't figured out what I'm going to be called yet. Like Grand Dotson. That could be a great name for him, Grand Dotson.
Oh, you Grandpapa Dot though.
I'm Grandpapa Dot.
Grandpapa Dot.
Some people could throw some names in the chat,
Yeah.
Give me some suggestions. And so that's the biggest news because, again, I'm not in the greatest of health.
Right.
I'm just keeping it a buck. So when I see life continuing, it really invigorated me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, this is really amazing. I thought it was going to be a girl, though.
Yeah.
Well, I hedged my bet. I wanted a boy.
He was at first he was like, yo, it's a boy, I'm telling you. Ancestors spoke to me, and then all of a sudden he was talking about I'm team girls. I'm like, what the hell?
No, well,
to
when
you?
I had to put my vote in, I wanted to hedge my bet because I wasn't against the girls. I like girls too.
I wouldn't have been mad either way.
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean? I
gonna lie.
wouldn't be mad either way.
Wouldn't have been
And
mad either way.
so now it's officially a boy. And the last sonogram you showed me,
Yes.
he has a really big head, the baby. You know
Listen,
what I'm saying?
it was zoomed in.
And no. And I said to myself, this is a boy.
It was zoomed in.
This is definitely a boy. And I know wifey was a little shocked. She had to take the little L on that. I know she's happy.
Oh, did you see her face?
She was like,
Priceless.
yeah, because she just thought her and mom, her and
Thought it was a
grandma
girl.
thought it was a girl.
Thought it was a girl.
And it is a boy. And
I'm excited.
I'm excited. He, I can already see. He can be like, Pampa,
I'm excited.
is my dad on steroids? And I'm gonna say, well, Junior, I'll admit
That's-
I've
you know what
never
I'm
seen
saying?
nobody get this big, this fast.
Listen, man, I had to
Junior.
bulk up, you know what I'm saying, for this journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For this,
So I'm gonna be there to add the wisdom.
Yeah, and I'm glad that some of you guys, people who watch,
Yes,
experience
we
that with
we
us.
wanted to share that
Yeah.
with you guys. In our journey to be transparent with you and
Thanks.
and put the information out there. Listen, it was burning a hole in my heart. I kept wanting to tell y'all, but I said, no, I'll play by the rules. And the rules said, Dad, you can't tell them until, we go through the trimesters and we do this and we do that.
Yeah, he wouldn't, like, the day we found that we're going to tell him this week? No.
Yeah,
No, we're
you know
not.
me, I can't hold water.
At all, man.
You know what I mean? Peace to everybody in the Facebook chat. I see my Aunt Phyllis in there. I
man.
see my sister in there. My cousin Lisa Fields, Wateri. Everybody's in here.
And thank you for the donation. You know what I'm saying? Next time, it's 20 donation. Next time, make it 40.
Yeah, if it's 20, next time
make it 40.
Make it 40, but that's all you had. You know what I mean?
So we're joking. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, we are definitely joking. We
appreciate it.
appreciate all the support that comes through here and what it is that we do.
Yes.
So with that being said,
So with that being said, we know we just started off celebrating. Now we have to go into some,
yes, because it, in retrospect, not in retrospect, but in perspective, you're bringing a seed, a star seed in the middle of climate. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A climate that's just a little bit of turmoil coming on. And I see no better time, because then the seed is already acclimated to the vibration of the universe and what its mission, because I know you're talking to the baby,
Yes. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
You're talking to the baby
Yes.
now. And I'm going to give you a couple of black dot tips.
Okay.
We'll start with one. We'll start with
Oh,
a tip.
jeez. Hey.
Okay, we'll start with, this is the black dot quickie tip.
Okay.
We're going to call these black dot quickies. You know, you and wifey not, once the baby come, you ain't going to be getting none, just the way it goes. And then there'll be a time when it's on and popping again, but now you have to be able to sneak it. You know what I mean? Because little Junior's smart and he's following y'all around. So this is called Black Dot Quickies 101.
Oh, actual quickies.
This is actual quickie.
Oh,
This is actual quickies.
okay.
Right? So
Okay.
what you do is you open the fridge door. Okay? Got the fridge door open,
Okay.
blocking the view of Junior, who's down there because he can't see up above the fridge.
Okay.
Right? While wifey's in the fridge figuring out what's for dinner, you having dinner. Oh yeah. Now it's gonna be a quickie. That's why they call Black Dot Quickies. And you watch him, and if he starts coming that way, you go, yeah, you look over there, because they real slow at that time. And he'll turn around and run that way.
Okay.
And that's the Black Dot Quickie.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I got 1 million of them.
Oh, man.
I got 1 million of them. You got to start sneaking that, So yeah.
funny.
All right, we'll get down to business now.
And
Just-
somebody said no bottle popping. See, we didn't want to pop bottles while everybody are going through
in the middle of a
something.
crisis. We thought about it. 'Cause,
We thought about it.
We got bottles, but we
We
was
likes
like,
to pop bottles.
that wouldn't be appropriate for this moment because, even though we may be cool, calm, and collective, there is a crisis going on, and so let's just get to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, so it honestly feels like 2 weeks since our last episode.
It
Because
does.
So much has happened. But right now we're in New York, which is like the epicenter right now. We have like the most cases right now in the country, and there were talks of like quarantining off our boroughs.
Yes.
New Rochelle has a small section of New Rochelle is like quarantined off. They've closed down every restaurant, bar, gym.
Yes.
I came back from the gym, and then like they made the announcement like no gyms, like gyms are closed and stuff like that. So they're making it like hard to to just go out. You know what I'm saying? They want you to stay inside, and then right now everybody's nervous about how long this is gonna go on, because Trump just went on the other day. He said this could last to January, July, August, or something like that. So a lot of people are worried right now. I'm not gonna lie. The other day, I think this was Monday or Tuesday, I was here, I was working, and then CNN was just playing in the background for like 3 hours, and I was so depressed. It was Monday because Sunday I had the gender reveal.
Yes.
And then Monday I was just so depressed at everything that was going on. Like everything on TV was just making me sad. So I had to turn the news off. It was bad.
Yeah. So I tell people we're gonna be all over the place, but we're gonna spend some time on this. Only watch 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, because your mood can lower your immune system. And if you're being downloaded with everything that they're programming, unless you believe what they're telling you on the news, and you should know, you got to believe about 10% of what they're actually telling you. This is a performance that they're all putting on and they're all synchronized with. Now, I'm not saying that this is a kind of hoax. This is real, but it's the flu. When all smoke clears, we're talking about a different strain of the flu, right? So, me personally, I go to a dialysis center, so I am in the high risk of what goes on and this and that, and I'm moving smooth in and out, handling my business, and there are old people and people who smoke and this and that, has respiratory issues that have to just deal with it and build your immune system. But what we don't want to do is start getting caught up in the wave. Because if you ride that wave and you think the world is never coming to an end for black people. I'm going to say that again. The world is never coming to an end for black people. We've been here too long, and there's always a plague. There's always some shit that's coming. There's always something to keep fear at a very high level so that they can execute and on levels that make you almost want this. Now you better watch for vaccines coming soon. They got the home kit
Yes.
coming.
So they've apparently they're testing out vaccines, and that's usually the actual virus. You get what I'm saying?
Anthony Williams, thank you for your support.
Thank you for the donation.
And somebody else sent me on the Cash App.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
But there's also a company announced the first COVID-19 home testing kits that'll be available March 23rd. And what you do is you register your kit, you collect your own samples, send them out in the mail, and then they will email you your results in a couple of days.
And what else you think they will be collecting?
Your DNA,
among other things. Yes.
Yeah.
Nani, thank you for the Cash App. So we're gonna piece this. We're gonna peel this apart, bit by bit, in hopes that we can always keep focused and keep our vibration high, but also stay alert. You know what I mean? Because there's a war going on in New York between the governor and the mayor.
Facts. They are not on the same.
They're
page.
not on the same page.
And then it's like a real power trip thing.
It's a real power trip thing, but I don't
happening.
know who I'm rocking with in terms of who's trying to give you the clues on calm down, or who's trying to say, bro, I'm trying to give y'all a heads up on what's coming. So I watched both of them, you know what I mean, in hopes to...
Because, in all honesty, the word was coming that this was Monday or Tuesday, that in 48 hours from then, that they were going to start quarantining off 5 boroughs. So we weren't even sure we were going to have a show.
Right, because you live in Harlem.
Yeah, so I'm just I don't know, I might be stuck. You get what I'm saying? So, well, we have a show for you guys, but still, it's like a real day-to-day thing. And one thing I don't like just not knowing stuff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It just feels like, as a collective, just people in every state, no matter what state you are, we're in a real free fall.
Yes.
And I'm just waiting to kind of just hit the ground so we just know, okay, this is what's happening.
Lisa Fields, you are correct. They're trying to I Am Legend us, so we have to be very careful with what's going on. Peace, Aunt Weezy. I see you out there.
Hey, thank you.
But let me also say this. For the last 15 years, I've been living my life one day at a time. You know, once I found out, I had kidney issues, and most people on dialysis only last 2 or 3 years. And I made a decision that I would never waste any moment. So what you're seeing now is the world is now being forced to find out what's very important to them and what's not. So while I'm very practical and I'm always talking about family and the small victories, you now about to be a dad. So your perspective has to change now. Because now you don't care about nothing else but making sure your star seed gets here and that you can love them and hold them and, and at the end of the day, this time with no sports and no clubbing, it's a spiritual thing. Trust me, it's a spiritual thing.
If you allow it.
If you allow it to be.
It's a lot of people right now who are home, who are just kind of fighting it being home.
Then you're missing the point. This is about time of reflection. This is time to self-reflect about what's really important to you. The game is not important right now. Family members are important. Calling the ones that you love, telling them you love them. Do you have enough food in your house? Can y'all hunker down? So you have to understand that the earth has got a virus in its lungs. The earth is alive. The earth is breathing. And it has a virus of negative people, the elite, the cabal, and those who have been waging war on Mother Earth since they've been here. You know what I mean? And the earth can also get sick and must cleanse itself. You know what I'm saying? We coming into the spring equinox tonight, into tomorrow, which is ideal time because that's really the first day of spring for us. Yes? And so what better time than to have to go through a cleansing and know that tomorrow is day one for us. And we got to stay focused. We have to stay diligent. Only 15 to 20 minutes of news in the daytime.
Yeah, don't consume. It's literally in a loop. It'll really drive you crazy. And I'm usually chill, but I'm kind of just going through everything panicking. I was just nah, I can't.
Right. So you can't function like that. What's meant to be will be. If you're vibrating high enough, you'll be okay. And there's always going to be casualties in what we do and what we talk about. But stay strong, stay diligent, and you're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? I only worry about my ancestors saying, Dot, it's time. You know what I mean? It's time for you to come on. Then I move willingly. There's no such thing as death. per se. So I don't want to get into a metaphysical conversation about that. But I do want to talk about some of the interesting things. I'm going to pull my shoulder out a little bit and have a little fun with that.
Okay.
So we saw that the word COVID.
First off, it just announced like in LA they're doing like a 24-hour lockdown, safe at home bill. So it's like a force, like everybody just has to stay home.
Okay, so that's the trial run.
I guess, and then they're gonna bring it. I'm sure they're gonna.
Those are the trial runs, so they'll do 24 hours. They have to word it in something that doesn't alarm the people, because the minute people hear quarantine and this and that or martial law, it's gonna create an upheaval, and then all of these guns that people have been buying around the country in a record alarming rates. You know what I'm saying? Will begin to, we'll get chaos in the streets. So they don't want that kind of chaos in the streets. So they'll be saying stuff like at home shelters, stay at home drills, and 24 hours stay at home to kind of get everybody conditioned to that's what it's going to be about. The alien invasion will be next, but I'll hold that for a second. So we know that the word COVID, loosely translated in Hebrew, is Kobe. Yes?
Koby. Yes.
Koby, but the phonetically it's still Kobe.
It's Kobe, yes.
Right? Which I found interesting, right? And then Kobe is buried in a cemetery, some part of Corona.
It's
DLE, but Corona's in the title.
Yes, it is.
Right? It's a whole bunch of pieces in the title, but that's just kind of weird. Yes? Even if you're not a conspiracy theory, you go, wow, what synchronicity that is.
Yeah.
So in essence, if you have been saying Kobe for the last month and a half, is it possible we were saying COVID? You know what I'm saying? When you really think about it, if COVID means Kobe and I'm saying Kobe, am I saying COVID at the same? Were we manifesting the goddamn coronavirus? Just bring it into existence. Remember, when you have that many people, Kobe stopped the world.
Yes.
So COVID stopped the world.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Loosely, but understand what I'm saying.
Facts.
So our immune systems collectively went down.
Yes.
Because we were in pain. We were in sorrow. So you can't think of an individual's immune system going down and attacking that. That's an individual. When you begin to think about the country or the nation or the world, and in China, Kobe's bigger in China than he is here in America. It's much more people in China,
yes,
right? They got more basketball players in China than we have people.
Oh, okay.
It's like 300 million basketball players.
Okay.
So putting it in perspective for you,
okay,
right? So when Kobe passed, everyone's collective immune system went down, and we began to chant, Kobe, triumphant, this, that, murals, this and that. So I'm only showing you synchronicity from a metaphysical level of how we bring things into a physical existence. So when the monk is chanting Om, right, and they're doing it collectively, they're unifying their energy to bring a certain situation. So we may have been duped. I'm not connecting Kobe's death to the virus per se. But I also know Wuhan, and he had some businesses out there in Wuhan.
I don't know, Wuhan specifically?
I believe it was Wuhan.
Okay.
Some people in the chat might be able to correct me on that.
Okay.
But let's just say China. So we know Kobe is connected to China. We know this disease originated in China. We know that if the word COVID means Kobe, then Kobe has to mean COVID. You know what I'm saying? In parallel universes. And I know the whole world was chanting Kobe, was thinking about Kobe, and we may have metaphysically manifested the coronavirus. That's phase one. Now that's loose. My shoulder is out there. But it's my duty to put these little pieces together, because Kobe in Corona, being buried in Corona,
Somebody just put the actual address for the burial site in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
Sakima, thank you.
Right, so we appreciate that. So we have to look at all of these things because we're dealing with sorcerers.
Yes.
And you have to almost accept it before it's real. So when they say shit like 10 million people could die, if you accept that, then they begin to roll out the plan to bring that into existence.
First of all,
because we all possess the same powers.
So I don't just going to the numbers, I don't really believe any of the numbers that they.
Well, my elders always taught me any number they give me, you times it by 9 because they do that for the fear factor.
Oh.
But I also do understand, like if they tell you 25 people died, it's probably 1,000 people or 600 people.
I'm thinking the other way. I'm thinking they're trying. They're saying like, yo, 1,000 more people got it today.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
This is the other side of the coin in which I'm speaking about,
gotcha.
which is inception,
Right.
which is they're trying to plant ideas. You know, they did that with the AIDS situation, right? When y'all all thought Magic Johnson had AIDS or HIV, and that was a goddamn hoax, right? But they needed you to be in line with this, and they needed a star figure that we all loved and we all respected before we all went and got tested.
Oh, they doing that on steroids right now.
So now they're doing that on steroids with how many celebrities and players.
Yeah.
And when they present the test to you, you in your ignorance and in your fear will go get tested, and the false positive test will be off the meter because there was so many false positive tests with the HIV that people jumped on the AZT, and you know what killed them? The AZT. Magic is still living. This is the sickest nigga living, right?
Yeah.
And he had somebody showed me a picture of him with a mask on. That might have just been a meme. I'm like, nigga, you got a mask on? Are you serious? But Magic never had this. You know what I mean? They needed somebody to sell this the same way they sell Pepsi. His name is Magic Johnson. Johnson is another name for penis. I've been through this already. Yeah. Magic is an illusion. It was all there for you. They always leave little clues and we blow them, right? But when Arthur Ashe had it years earlier, nobody went and got tested. When one of them, Rock Hudson and all them, we was like, them gay. That's a gay thing. Nobody went and got tested. We laughed. Intravenous drug users was getting it. Sharon Nunes. We was like, that ain't us. That ain't me, right? That's not me, baby. I live on the 5th floor, baby, right? And then when Magic got on TV, and he said it, everybody went and got tested. Me too. I passed with a 70. I mean, it was like, nigga, you, all right, you good, right? But if the lines were around the corner, yes, and then they was able to implement the AZT and they made money. So understand now, 30 years later, 40 years, about 30 years later, we're in a situation now where we're going to be dealing with something very similar. KD, all of these players, coming forward. Who else? Mitchell. All of these NBA players. Sean Payton, the coach for the Saints. He came down with it. Eldris Elbow, he came down with it. Alba, him and his girl looked sicker than he did, but that's beside the point. He came. So what you're seeing is this is. You know what I mean? They all telling me because at the end of the day, we're talking about the goddamn flu. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the first. You have
another one?
I think I have another one. No, we're gonna talk about Saint Corona. Yes.
Oh, we could talk about that.
So I put that in the chat once I found out there was a saint named Corona.
And the saint of the pandemics.
Saint Vincent, and is the saint of pandemics and something, just too much coincidence. And that saint is from North Italy, which is the highest death rate at this present moment from the coronavirus.
Yeah, apparently I don't believe anything China says about their numbers because they said like no, there was no new numbers today.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Yeah, so but apparently they have more deaths than China does.
Right. And how's that possible when China's 15 times larger?
You get what I'm saying? So
so there's a play on the numbers, but this particular Saint Corona, right? The saint of, pandemics, that's too much of a coincidence for us to kind of just sit around and go, wow.
The main comments, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And somebody hit me. Ish Reeves, thank you again.
We appreciate it. So we're dealing with some really, really bizarre stuff going on. Even if you are not a conspiracy theorist, you don't have to be. You need to be thanking your conspiracy theorists right now because they are probably a little bit ahead of the curve.
So here's the thing as well when it comes to that, because everybody is throwing around martial law, and there's a type of martial law happening even when you're getting forced to close down businesses so people don't
That
leave.
is a form of martial law.
But I don't know if it'll get to the point, and this might be me being naive, if like cops are telling you like Go upstairs.
No, that's not how they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Dude, they're gonna start, sectioning off areas and making it seem like it's for your safety, right? Once they bring the foreign troops in, that's when you know this is a wrap, because they don't even speak English. So you don't want them to bring the foreign troops in from other countries, and you on your hip hop shit. Yo, no, I ain't doing shit, son. What is this you are saying? What is this?
I don't know if I see that one.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
don't know.
I don't think it'll get there, but they want to make this seem like you need to be in your house for your safety. Yes? So understand there are multiple layers on how they're going to bring this out and deliver this to the people. And I'm not even on my conspiracy shit. I'm just watching we in the middle of a movie.
Yeah.
We in the middle of a movie, brothers and
Contagion,
sisters.
yeah.
Contagion. And what character do you want to play in the movie is what it really boils down to.
What about the effect that this is having on the market, on the economy?
All a part of the plan. The dollar ain't worth what the paper's printed on now.
It seems like a forced, because the market's going through a correction right now. It feels like it's being manipulated into that. All these CEOs. Remember we talked about.
We talked about that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All of these CEOs were resigning simultaneously. That's more than an anomaly. These are multi-million-dollar CEOs who were stepping down. What did they know? What did they know about the market?
Getting their money.
And getting their money and getting out that we, the public, are just beginning to find out. Right? Nothing in this country happens haphazardly. This is all a part of the plan. Right? As my man the Joker would say. And we just have to figure out our role in the plan. I don't like to engage in white people's business. You know what I mean? So I kind of let
That's
them,
over there?
Yeah, that's over there. I let them handle their business.
Keep your what Umar say? Keep your Caucasian wife over there. You can't come over here.
You can't. That's what Umar said recently, right? He said, if I'm giving out reparations, you better have a white wife. You can't have no weave. You can't even live in a white neighborhood. So, so this is what we are dealing with. We will get past this. Call on your people you love. Check on them. See how they doing. Make sure they got some water and just supplies. And you know what I mean? And your man Trump is he's wild.
Yeah. So first of all, he called it the Chinese virus.
He said this is the Chinese.
And then apparently they called
virus.
somebody in the White House called it the Kung flu.
The Kung flu.
It's not funny, but I laughed.
No.
It was hilarious.
Sir, why are you calling it the Chinese virus? Because it came from China.
What
Okay?
That's it. His argument was because some people in the Chinese government was saying that American troops brought it over to China.
Yeah.
So he's saying like, nah.
We don't eat bats over here in America.
Man.
We do not eat rats. I don't know the last time I saw a puppy, a stray dog, a stray cat, but every time I walk past the Chinese restaurant, there's plenty of food. That's what he doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
not
he
a care
said
in the
some
world.
weird shit like, more people have died than ever before. Or people have died who have never died before. That's what the nigga said.
He didn't say that.
He said people.
You just made that up.
I kid you not. He said people
No, you
have
didn't.
died who have never died before. I swear, if I'm lying,
say
I'm
that.
lying. That's what he said. People in the chat, help me out. He said people are dying who have never died before. That's worse than George Bush, who said, it's an old saying back in Tennessee.
I don't believe it.
I'm kidding. I'm telling you.
So shout out to everybody who's in California right now.
Oh, so they on 24-hour lockdown?
24-hour lockdown.
Okay. All
I
right.
wonder what that looked like in New York.
24 hours is no big deal.
I'm a homebody. Anyway.
I'm a homebody anyway. I'm an introvert, so
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere anyway. But it's a part of a condition. I heard they shut down Miami Beach because the children were out there having a ball.
They were wilding.
Were they wilding?
What?
Or are the children the ones who? Because they was like, yo, son. They was talking. They was interviewing these kids, and these kids were like, yo, man. I'm not blowing, spring break, man. If I got it, I got it, man. And I think they are upset that these young people, thank you for aquarium, something. I ain't got my glasses on. Reading an article, Kobe died and saying people from Italy to China were affected by his tragedy. I thought that It was ironic looking back. Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
That was a good point.
So the children, because at one point they said the children couldn't get it. And then at one point black people was laughing because they said we couldn't get it.
Dude, every day they're coming up with something like this. At first it was just wash your hands. Then it was it's airborne. Then it was...
Absolutely.
Yeah, every day they're coming out with something. Apparently a dog caught it today.
A dog.
A
really?
dog, yeah.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
So here we go with the fear factors, because what they're noticing is that we're not moving fast enough for them, as a part of their agenda. You know what I mean? And part of it is because the people are just a little bit more informed and we're getting back to the level of common sense. You know what I mean? Let me clap that up for the people out there. We're getting back to a level of, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And that's all we're trying to do is use our common sense so that we don't get, driven this way and driven that way and all of that kind of stuff. So it's very important that we stay abreast of what's going on around us at all time. But I only want you to watch 15 minutes of...
yeah, dude. Just stay informed of,
Get your morning briefing.
And also, you know what I also want to say to the people who have to work remotely, work from home? Go about your day as if you would still leaving the house.
Yes. Get dressed.
Get dressed. Get behind your desk. Get behind your laptop.
I saw a meme of a dude in the bathroom holding on to the shower curtain like he was on a train. Whatever you have to do to put yourself in the mood. Now, if you're used to working from home, this is no big deal.
No, but I'm saying because that can really lower morale.
Yes, and your immune system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? This is about your immune system, and your immune system is not just a physical thing, it is a mental thing. Yeah. It is a spiritual thing. So be in line as much as you can. Get your morning briefing and then get your evening briefing.
Catch up on some reading.
And not before you go right to bed, because you don't want to carry that into the astral realm with you, because the last thing you watch sometime will, unless you're meditating on where this is going. You know what I mean? And you're having moments to kind of just think and try to piece this thing together of where this thing is going. So get your briefing, take your teas. We're going to have KT, the arts degree. We're going to call him in a little bit.
Drink your CMOS.
Yeah, drink your CMOS. So if Kamani, he going to give it to you. He's like MacGyver and shit. So things you got around the house, as long as there's some herb things going around, and get into your herbs, get into your music. You know what I'm saying? Positive music.
Spend some time with your kids. I've been seeing a lot of funny memes about somebody said that they were homeschooling their kid and teachers deserve $1 million a year.
They do.
Yeah.
If you ain't never spend no time like that with your kids, and they're closing everything.
Yeah.
Barbershops is closing.
Facts.
Lucky for you, Dad is a barber.
I'm not doing it.
You know what?
Not doing it.
Okay. I was going to give you regular prices. I was going to charge you $12.
Not going to do it.
I'm charging you Corona prices.
I'm with it.
$30.
I'm with that Urban Xcellence hat right there.
$30 for your haircut. And I'm going to wait you out. I'm going to wait you and Eli out. You ain't got no choice. Soon it's going to be your dad.
I'm not going to lie. No. It was a couple of barbershops on my block that was open.
Yeah, I'm going to wait them out. And I'm going to make you wait. When you come to get a haircut, I'm going to go to lunch and make you wait. You know what I mean? $30 for you. Because you talking.
Somebody said, Tam, thank you for the donation. Said they're under curfew in Georgia. It's crazy because I was thinking about how other people in other states are taking this right now.
Yes,
because they're more spread out. Certain areas are more spread out. So I was wondering how they would enforce it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It just feels like
sincere. Peace to the God. Happy belated born day too. I see you.
I don't know. It feels like everything that bad happens to the world, it happens in New York first.
Through the movies and all that, right?
Yeah, every end of the world thing.
We sit on one of those, those parallels.
Like
New York is the axis of a lot of different things. Because when you start talking grid lines, which is ancient energy points, most of these temples and pyramids and stadiums are built on grid lines where energy, kind of converges and meets. And New York is one of those. We are the 11th state. That's your one and your one. So that also creates the vortex. So that's why the towers were so important, because they were garnering energy and things of that nature. So we are very important, because what we do musically and all of that permeates out to the world. So of course here, everybody else is watching how we do it and how we're conducting stuff. So it is something that we need to pay very, very close attention to.
SH Studio Shorts, thank you for the donation. You said Magic Johnson gonna slap y'all for this. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just...
I'll sue.
Listen, I said that, and people who know who've been following that, I said that 15 years ago. And people thought I was crazy then. And now people are like, wait a minute here. Yeah. See, once they got you in the vice, they got you.
Yeah.
So once they seeing you out at them parties and they seeing you doing things that you ain't proud of, ain't nothing you can do but play. But he got rewarded for that. Look at all of these business. All of that stuff came as a result that they needed him to shift the consciousness of the people a certain way to bring about.
He got it before Eazy. Yes, he did.
Yes.
He did. Yeah.
Yes. Right? So he was the first figure, the first major. I remember my Aunt Vera calling me like, Dwayne, you need to turn on the news. So I do understand, but it also helped me understand the magnitude of marketing. They had Jordan in the NBA at that point. Jordan had just beat him.
Right.
So they no longer needed 3-2. They had 2-3. So they just reversed the polarities on us numerically, and now they had another agenda for Magic. And he still, what did he get? Did he go see Sabi? What did he get that everybody else was dropping dead that he did not? And that's no disrespect, but he don't even look like he got the flu.
Yeah.
Let alone, a virus that can kill. So, with that being said, y'all want to go to a commercial?
Yeah, let's pay some bills. We'll be back.
We'll pay some bills, and we'll be back.
I'm the Crusher, and yesterday was my birthday. I'm so happy to be 13. I mean, it's like living a new life. I made sure that my dad did something super very special for you guys. Since yesterday was my birthday, I had an amazing time. I want to give you guys something special, just like a birthday present. I told my dad, Dad, we have to extend this special sale until tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, the end of the stock market. So what I did, I made sure my dad threw in 2 extra items with the special sale until tomorrow. Made sure he throws in a nice little DVD and his personal book. I already read the full book. I learned a lot, learned how to invest, and it's honestly amazing. So make sure you guys go get the special and come live the pom-pom lifestyle. That's plenty of money and peace of mind.
And we are back.
Quick commercial. But if you just watched that commercial, shout out to DJ the Money Coach and his son Christian, aka
Is that Crusher?
That's Crusher.
Crusher had a birthday yesterday. Shout out Crusher. I mean, they call him Crusher because
Yes,
I figured that.
yes.
He probably lining them up. Lining them up. Yes.
Very smart kid as well. So yesterday we had our free webinar.
Yes, we had 100 people plus sign up for that.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, let's clap that up.
Yeah.
I sat through the whole seminar on this one. Yeah. I did. DJ and Money Coach energy is
it up.
But when you're passionate about something the way he is, you feel that energy come across. So we had a great turnout, a free seminar. I'm gonna be honest. He spoke for 3 hours.
Yeah,
and gave up more than $10 worth of information.
Way more than he was supposed to
for the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some people also signed up for further consultation.
Yeah, we might do another one for the people who missed it.
Okay.
Maybe Monday. We're shooting for Monday.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So if you signed up with us, you'll get emails and things like that.
And this is a great sign because we're not here hunkering down talking doom and gloom. We're talking about how to benefit when the lights come back on, that maybe once we could be ahead of the curve.
And come out of this like the phoenix.
Come out of this like the phoenix in the
ashes like the phoenix.
Because we definitely putting a couple of racks down on something.
And then we're going to have some other things within, organization.
Oh, okay.
That we doing different.
Okay. So, but Malcolm be holding on to the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I know how to hold water.
He know how to hold water. So we wanted to put that out there for the people who went in for the webinar. It was recorded for those who paid and couldn't make the webinar. Yes. You are going to enjoy that webinar. But what we all need in life are coaches, right? To help us. When you listen to successful people, rarely do they just pop up and be successful. They're all talking about, I had a coach. I coached Little League basketball, and I understand, and there's financial coaches, there are health coaches. So you need to align yourself with people who are smarter than you.
Yes.
And take full advantage. So we here at Urban X, we always are trying to find the pieces. And like I said, Kamani is going to be a permanent residence in what we do from a health perspective. So we want to add finance to our list. We want to add health to our list, among some other things, because we don't want to just be up here,
Goofing.
Right. I'm not a goofy.
You know what I'm saying?
I just play one on TV. So we want to make sure we balance things out and add things, add on.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, your favorite rapper of all time dropped an album last week.
Yes, Jay Electronica.
I was joking about the favorite rapper. But
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you just agreed.
You made it funny. I heard you. You made it funny.
So, the album came out. This was last Friday, right? I believe. As I was listening to it, because my friend sent it to me, as I was listening to it, you texted me and said, "Yo, Jay Electronica album came out." I said, "I'm listening to it right now." I was in my car.
Yes.
And I was underwhelmed, to say the least. When the first track was "Word from the Minister."
Yeah. Good way to open up with prayer.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was like, okay,
great.
cool. Second track, they started rapping. I don't know if I was nitpicking, but I immediately said, I don't know if I wanted, Jay-Z to rap first on my album.
I'm gonna talk about that. Yes.
Right? So that was, I don't know if I was nitpicking, but they were rapping very, very well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Both
yeah,
of them
Yeah.
going both rapping, and then 6 songs in, I don't know, I was just bored with it. Like I don't, lyrical content is one thing, but I always judge it if the song is good.
Yeah.
You could be talking about whatever metaphysics. You could be talking some great R&B.
You could be talking about dope.
You know what I'm saying? If the song is great,
It's a great song.
Great song.
Yeah.
I have a song on my phone by Rick Ross. It is literally called "Neighborhood Drug Dealer." I love it.
It's a great song.
It's a great song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's literally saying, you know what I'm saying? So, with this album, I don't think a lot of time was put. I felt like it was kind of just phoned in. I think he thought because he has Jay-Z on the album, he can just say whatever he wanted.
Okay.
This is me being a little bit even nitpicky. I was listening in my car, and it didn't really sound like it was fully mixed down.
Okay. No. You can preach, young man.
Yeah,
'Cause this
I
is
don't
a
know.
young 26-year-old man's
Yeah.
perspective. I'm gonna give you my perspective
And
after that.
Yeah. What else? And it just came across. Forgive me. It came across Diet Woke as well.
Okay.
So.
Let's clap that up. Yeah.
So.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn. You go ahead.
All right. I said that this album, and I said I'm gonna be honest, and I said I'm gonna say what a lot of people are afraid to say. This shit is a frisbee. You know what I'm saying? Some shit you toss out the window. And people got in their panties a bunch about that, because how could you say that? These are two of the greatest. I didn't mean Jay Electronica was a whack MC. I think Jay Electronica is a dope MC. I already feel Jay-Z is a dope MC. But here's the thing. MCs, not all MCs can make a great record.
It's true.
All right, let's start there. Not all MCs, they could be dope, crowd pleasing. I'm going to go all the way back to the chief rocker, Busy B. Master of ceremony. That's where MC came from. He was the true master of ceremony. Rock any party from top to bottom. But when it came to putting out a dope record, it took him a while until he hit with Suicide. Bang, 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 bang. That way, but it took a while to get there, right? Kumo D said himself, y'all said I can only rock rhymes and only rock crowds, but never rock records. How you like me now, right? So it took a while before Kumo D is probably the greatest MC in the top 5, you know what I'm saying, all time, to make a great record, right? Grandmaster Caz, who was a part of the legendary Cold Crush Brothers, never got an opportunity, maybe until later on, to put out some solo records, but he's still the goddamn greatest. Right? So, every great MC can't make a great record. With that being said, there are a lot of people who can make a great record who can't MC.
Yes. Okay.
This whole generation.
Facts.
Fat Joe comes to mind. Great record maker. He can make a hit record, but you're not going to ask Fat Joe to you're not gonna put on a bunch of freestyle beats and tell Fat Joe to go
I
get it.
think back in the day he could.
He was always fair. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I've heard some songs like back in the day he was getting off.
He was always fair. Now, Ja Rule is another one.
Ja Rule's nice.
Great record maker. Would I put him on the mic and just have him up at Flex going in? Maybe.
His first two, yo, dude.
I'm not sure you talking about the albums.
But I'm talking about he can go.
Snoop Dogg.
Come on, don't do that.
Snoop Dogg can make a hell of a fire record.
Don't do that.
But is he gonna go up to Flex and start barring?
Not right now.
This one's gonna piss people off.
You gonna give me tight.
Tupac Shakur.
No.
Right? Great record, most passion. First of all, Tupac is in my top 3 all time. So shout out to my LA people in terms of his spirit, his passion, what he stood for. But you ain't gonna throw no freestyle beats on and have him get it.
No,
You're not gonna do that,
you're not.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not picking on. I'm just telling you, a few of the people. This is not a hip hop 101 lesson. Then there are those who can MC and make a great record.
Yeah.
Big Pun,
Yes.
Jay-Z,
Yes.
Biggie,
Yes.
Nas,
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I'm about to say I'm seeing a lot of East Coast bias here.
J.
Dad.
Cole, it's
Okay,
listen,
yeah.
it's again, and you can fill in the blanks. There are some individuals who can do both, right? When it comes to Jay Electronica, I think we put him on a pedestal too early. He didn't
By far,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
he didn't go through the trials and tribulations. I'm gonna throw Eminem in that. He can make MC, and he can make a great record for his people.
Yo, yeah.
I throw that out there because Lord Jamal will be calling me for his demographic, right? So we put Jay Electronica on a pedestal too early. Exhibit C was so energetic, so passionate in that time, right? Because the timing that you release a record is very important.
Definitely.
So we took Exhibit C and we ran with it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And what we were saying is, if you want to know about the unknown, you study the known. If his album is going to be this is going to be an amazing album, right? But over the course of time, it just kept being delayed. Just Blaze had the album finished. Jay-Z shelved that, right?
Why?
I wonder why.
Yeah.
As a result of that, your man started to walk the world like Kung Fu and do some, with the monks. And then he met a Rothschild. And he got involved with that.
I wonder, was he following the teachings of the minister when he was running around with that 9mm?
Oh, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time.
I was getting into debates with people about.
Yeah. See, but here's the thing. There's ways around that. One thing I know about the Nation of Islam, they will find a way to make that, palatable for us. That the reason the brother was with the Rothschild was to learn the secrets and bring them back to the nation, brother. Bullshit. Yeah. All right.
That's Corona?
This Corona going around. So, I listened to the album. I wanted the album to be amazing because I like Jay Electronica. You know what I'm saying? I think he's on a different accord. And when I listen, because another thing, a lot of these great MCs can't make hooks.
That's true.
They can't do choruses. They don't know how to curate a record, right? This generation knows how to do it, but they don't know how to rap or MC.
Yeah.
Because they came on the timeline just trying to make a hit record. So I was expecting the hooks, the choruses, the blends, and it all to be cohesive. The name of the album is Jay Electronica. So I said also in my post, I was waiting 10 years for a Jay Electronica album, not a Jay, Electronica album.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
this is your offering to the people, and people were throwing, well, Raekwon and Ghost. Raekwon and Ghost were already a part of a group. You know what I'm saying? And they got together and did.
And they had music.
And they had music, and it was amazing.
Like they had more music to.
If I waited 10 years, right, and then people try to double talk me and say, well, you just need to give the album some time. You talking about it took 10 years. Give it some time. Well, ain't that what time is? I waited 10 years. Now you telling me to give him some more time to figure it out. So I thought it was a lackluster, at best, album. And it was a Jay-Z and Jay Electronica album. That's why it's called Jay Electronica, and that's why Jay-Z rhymed first, right? So that went over people's heads. I think that's what it was. And they just didn't want to name it that. Now, the last time, Jay-Z has this knack to come out doing World Crisis, right? He brought out the blueprint the week of 9/11. Right?
He didn't know that.
Well, no, he didn't know that, but I'm just saying the synchronicity.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about. I'm not saying he's controlling that. And the world went and bought his album, 800,000 copies.
They only moved for this one like 30?
Yeah, but it's weird because, again, we're in a crisis, and now Jay-Z drops again. Just kind of synchronize to how Jay-Z's energy moves.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
So back to what I was saying. We put him on a pedestal too early. Jay Electronica's got to earn it. And what he doing now is he bullying people. If you don't like his album, you know what I'm saying, he trying to step into you. He's always been a little, abrasive on how he move about his art. And I understand it, but people's opinions are people's opinions.
Well, he was going back and forth with Rosenberg from 1997.
Now, I didn't have any problems with that because Rosenberg gonna try to pull some goddamn.
Yeah.
He's offended by the synagogue of Satan, but you're not offended with black people calling each other niggas, killing each other.
Yeah.
You're not offended with women disrespecting themselves. You're not offended with none of that.
Yeah, that's a card he pulls conveniently all the time. Rosenberg.
Right, absolutely,
All the time.
Right, so you get no pass on that. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You get no pass on that one. You know what I mean? So, but him and Joe Budden got into it
Yes.
a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was in reference to Joe Budden's
Opinion.
as an MC. He may have a different standard. Like I have a different standard because I've been MCing. I've been in the game for a very long time. So what? Because I didn't like the Pimpin' with a Butterfly album. I did not like that album. Does not mean it wasn't a dope album. It just didn't resonate with me. You know what I mean? Well, right now I'm rocking with Griselda all the way to Roddy Ricch. So my palette is an extended palette, and I'm not just picking on Jay Electronica. I waited to get a full Jay Electronica album where he's going in with concepts, bars, hooks, choruses. And another thing, let's stop acting like regurgitating Nation of Islam lessons and saying Anunnaki is deep shit.
That's what I mean by
It's diet woke. That
That's
shit
what
is
I mean
not
by
deep.
diet woke. Yeah,
and
yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
yo, you missing the... No, I'm not. None of that shit is deep. And,
That's what I mean.
the circumference of the wheel inside the wheel. I learned all that shit in the 80s. In the 80s, I knowledge 120 degrees. All right? So this is not
That's what I mean,
some new... information that's being brought about, and brothers have the tendency. We have this to we want it to be so good that we can't accept that it wasn't. So we waited 10 years for it.
Well, I heard he's coming out with something else, right?
Nah, that's my point. I think this is not the album.
That's what I hope.
I think this was the warm up.
Yeah.
Personally,
Yeah,
I think it was the warm up, and I'm just gonna keep that a buck with you. I think it was the warm up. I think he has another album that's going to drop. That's going to be a full solo album, and I'm going to be able to enjoy that album.
Yeah.
That's just me. You know what I mean?
Because I was like, this is, it's okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Like, I was bored. You know
I was bored. And because it was more of a, a listening. If I want to listen to you drop knowledge, I go to a lecture. You know what I mean? I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'll go to a lecture for that. So I was expecting my music to be musical. Because you can say whatever you want to say. If the music ain't hitting and it's in synchronicity with any of that, then you're going to blow it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my opinion on it. I do think that there is an opportunity for us to, give him a shot to do something more amazing. And let's see where it goes.
All right.
You know what I mean?
We want to hit another commercial?
You want to hit another commercial?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Welcome back to another episode of Wheel of Fortune, sponsored by Urban X TV. We're back here with the Black Dot from the conscious community. Is that conscious community?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Malcolm. Yeah, Hotep, no tep, the black man is God and the white man's the devil. I'm ready to win this money.
Okay, whatever that is. Okay, the puzzle for today is people who annoy you. Black Dot is on you.
Come on, big money. Yeah, I like to buy a vowel, E and Y.
Okay, Black Dot, you have 30 seconds to solve the puzzle on the screen.
Oh, I think I know this one. People who annoy me. This is easy, I think.
I think I got this.
20 seconds, Black Dot.
Ooh, I'm not sure I really want to say it. Might piss a few people off.
10 seconds, Black Dot.
I like to solve the puzzle. Naggers.
Let's check.
No.
The answer, Black Dot, was niggas. The answer is always niggas.
Shucks.
But don't worry, Black Dot. You walk away right now with a Shop Urban X gift card.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of these new threads.
Yes. Not going home empty-handed. Ho tap, no tap.
And we are back.
Back in action.
My aunt Phyllis mentioned that they're releasing some prisoners now in Rikers Island or something to that effect because they have the coronavirus. But I told y'all that last week, yes?
Yeah.
I said, what happens when the prisoners start getting coronavirus? I do know a corrections officer at Rikers Island passed away from the coronavirus.
They passed away from it?
Yeah, he passed away from it. I don't know what his pre-existing conditions were or whatever that case may be, but yes. And now the prisoners have it, and they're probably tongue-kissing each other.
Oh, come on.
So they can all get out of prison. Wouldn't you?
No.
You wouldn't.
No.
Yo, son, we going home. I'm saying. If a dude will get a sex change so he can go home, tonguing a dude down, that's light work.
Yeah.
That's light work.
There's probably a lot of that going on.
Do you want to go home or not?
So,
you know.
Listen, so shout out to the people who are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, UrbanXcellence.com.
Yes, UrbanXcellence.com. We in full blast with this.
Roku, Apple TV.
Yes.
Fire Stick.
Fire Stick. We everywhere now.
Man, we out here, man.
And I promise you by next week, I'm going to have up some exclusive stuff on the network that you can't get nowhere else.
Okay.
We are definitely going to do that. These shirts are for sale. You know.
Listen. I was listen. I was working hard.
Fatherhood is getting to you, right?
I'm about to just start wearing sweats and no
son,
shirt.
Son, that's the universal uniform of dads. We ain't got no more money, man. The kids take all the money. Damn, Dad, why you look like that? Because you took all the money. You know what I mean? So that's the universal piece right there. Okay. You know, a little hat on.
But I was also working this, making sure the system was up and running.
Yeah, and you messed up.
Listen.
We came on and we didn't have audio. Listen.
That wasn't Malcolm.
Bloomberg said we got to cut the staff down. One of y'all gotta go. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna point no fingers, but we gotta cut the staff down. Yes? So yeah, you can go to Urban X. If you placed your order with us, be patient. Order, the shipments coming in are a little slow, but we're getting them out there to you as fast as we can.
And even the post office is being slow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Everywhere is being slow.
Son.
I ordered some things. It's a little slow.
No, I'm talking about the stuff we sent out. Like somebody just recently hit me like, "Yo, I just got my package." I'm like, "Yo,
yeah, we sent that out.
I know for a fact.
Yeah, a week ago and stuff like that. Yeah. So we are going to have to pay close attention to that.
Mike Esco, corner store of black tea. This is not a corner store of black tea.
No, it's not exactly that.
This is good fabric. This is that,
Yeah, that's that good fabric.
This is what we use for our shirts.
We spend money. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get itchy with wearing this. You know what I mean? It's the good stuff.
It's the good stuff.
Feel me? Also, so what you doing this weekend?
Staying in the house.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear.
Yes, I'm staying in the house. It's springtime.
And like I was telling everybody last week, Call of Duty is online right now. Warzone.
Okay, this is Blurred Talk.
Yes, Call of Duty Warzone. Battle Royale, 150 players.
Or you can read a book and do some meditation and reflect on life.
True.
Yes.
True.
Or you can play the video game.
I've been catching up on a lot of reading.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I advise you guys to do the same thing. Very good book. Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits. Who's it by?
By James Clear.
James Clear.
Very good book.
And what is it dealing with?
Dealing with how to break habits, how to create new ones, and how you have to start from like the lowest common denominator.
And the lowest common denominator may be now.
Yes.
Right?
Sure,
because all of these small businesses are going out of business.
Yes.
Right? They're getting rid of the middle class in an instant. We have to be careful and aware of that. Your man giving out a few stipends.
Yeah, they just announced something that they signed a bill to give $1,200 to Americans during this time.
Is that $1,200 a week, or is it just
sure.
a one little? Here's $1,200, because that could just be for Trump trying to get reelected.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my $1,200 though, but I'm just simply
it says
saying.
This is according to the to the New York Post. Senate Republicans unveiled a massive stimulus bill Thursday to blunt economic crash caused by the coronavirus, including direct payments to millions of Americans. Approximately $1 trillion package will give a $1,200 tax rebate to people who earn $75 or less, $75,000 or less last year.
Okay, I guess we can. No, I'm not gonna clap that up because I think it should be more money than that.
It should be more money than that, yes.
Because that brings up reparations. If y'all can just print money out of thin air, then we need to get our reparations. I'm not here to get into a conversation about food and all that old kind of stuff. And if you got to weave, you can't get it. I'm just saying.
Or ADOS.
Yeah, ADOS. Something needs to be done here because y'all can print money like that. You know what I mean? Then there needs to be something done in the grand scheme of things. Yes, but the middle class is gone. Now you got to start learning how to do something.
Yeah.
Create a business or you know what I mean? Do something because I don't know how that's going to work. And I don't know how $1,200 is going to get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go to get groceries and you got to have the blicker out to bring your groceries in. That's when shit get rough because niggas.
What Biggie say? Especially if my daughter crying.
Especially if my daughter crying. I ain't lying.
Y'all know the science.
Y'all know the science. So you don't want to have to run up on your neighbor and clap him for some eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's hope it never gets to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let me see if I can bring in KT. Yes?
Yes.
See if we could bring the God in.
You know what I'm saying?
To the conversation.
I have to get on my jailhouse workouts at home now. I don't, and I don't be motivated to work out at home. You know what I'm saying?
The wireless customer you are calling is not available.
You just
Please try again later.
So, no, KT, if you're listening,
call in,
and I will answer the call on the joint. Because I just spoke to him, so we know he's out there in the world ready to get with us. So, yes, your man Trump is wilding.
Yo, so the MTA in New York City is also asking for a $4 billion bailout because a lot of people haven't been, taking the train during this time.
Right.
Boeing, the plane company.
My sister said it's $500 per child. Okay, and $1,200 if you under 7,500 or 75,000. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Okay, here's KT, the arts degree now. Hey.
That's a good. Hey.
Peace to the God.
What's
we got
what's good.
KT, the arts degree in the building. Let me clap that up real quick.
What's going on?
Peace.
Appreciate you taking time out of your busy evening to holler at the Urban X Nation, man. We just want to begin the conversation by asking you what's happening where you are.
Man, it's pretty much the same across the board. They got the National Guard out here. They released 2,000 troops. There's no stay home lockdown here yet. You're still free to get around and everything like that, but they haven't announced any stay home order like they did in California. We don't have toilet paper or paper products either in none of the stores. That was the first to go.
Yeah, it still baffles me, but yes.
Yeah. The first thing to go was all the paper. The natural products, the natural items, they're still on the shelf, even though the gallons of water is gone, but not the bottled water. So 24 packs and the nice glass water and the alkaline waters and everything like that, they still on the shelves. And people are still going back and forth, like normal. There's really nothing crazy, going on like that.
So what's your general take on what it is that is going on?
Wait, tell me, and where you at right now?
In Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So what's your general take on what's going on before we get into some of the remedies of, things people can do, physically and spiritually?
Oh, we definitely are in the midst of a Kansas City shuffle going on where, For those that don't know what the Kansas City Shuffle is, it's where there's a whole lot of noise going on in one direction that everybody's paying attention to, while, in the other direction when no one's looking, there's something bigger happening. So there's definitely something deeper going on here because, iotropic death, which is, mistakes that happen in the hospital when people die, cardiovascular disease, heart condition, flu. These are all situations where the numbers are way greater than what's going on right now. So as much as they're making it out to be, there's much more dire health issues that we're dealing with in this country than the coronavirus.
Absolutely.
It's sensationalism, definitely. They're hitting the ground and running with a narrative of fear. And in my opinion, the virus is actually the reaction of the masses. That's pretty much what the virus is how everybody is reacting as opposed to the virus itself.
Got you. So, what are some of the things that people can, use to keep their immune system? For those who don't know, KT, the arts degree, is a health expert, a spiritual health expert, learning under the tutelage of the great Dr. Sebi for so many years, and really adding his own essence by his experiences, his personal experiences, to bring so much of this information to the community. And we will be doing a weekly show soon with the God. It's my fault because he's been ready, you know what I mean, to kind of line these things up, because we want people to get value from our show more than just me up here acting crazy. So what are some of the things that people can use to keep their immune systems up and keep their spiritual immune systems up as well?
Okay, so this is the thing. Nature and also parasitic, elite, and diabolical organizations always give you the way out when they tell you something. So we're dealing with something called the coronavirus. And when you think of the word corona, a lot of people might think of an alcoholic drink, but other people are going to think about the sun. And the fact is, the reason why we're dealing what we're dealing right now is because we have made the choice of getting with an alien sun rather than getting with a natural sun. And what do I mean by an alien sun? I'm talking about blue light toxicity. I'm talking about 5G. I'm talking about non-native electromagnetic frequencies. See, we make a big fuss talking about how we're star people and we're light bodies. And we use all these terminologies, yet these same people that use these terms are never outside. I remember coming up in Brooklyn. You couldn't pay me to come inside the house.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I had to be outside. And it wasn't like I was outside with technology. I was outside playing with ants. I was outside in the mud. I was climbing trees. I was getting dirty and dingy. And we don't understand that we are a hollow biont, meaning that we're not no sterile, vacuum-sealed collection of eukaryotic cells. No. We are a collection of fungi, bacteria, microbes, virus, and cells working together, similar to the diversity that we see here on the earth. It's replicated in each and every one of us. So, when going outside, you get yourself involved in all of the elements, and that prepares your immune system. So, the problem that we have right now is that a group of sun people are not in the sun. And the sun is a nutrient. It is a nutrient.
For vitamin D, among other things, yes?
Vitamin D. The only way you're going to get vitamin D is if you get in the sun, and the UVB frequency from the sun stimulates the subcutaneous fat in your skin. The sun turns 7-dehydrocholesterol into sulfated vitamin D3. Without you getting out in the sun and getting that stimulation, then you're going to have a low vitamin D count, which is going to affect your calcium levels and affect your immune system, you see? So we have to be in nature. We have to be in the sun. And we have to protect ourselves from 5G. See, the disease isn't the virus. The disease is the frequency. 5G is the virus because we have the ability of pleomorphism. Pleomorphism is a process where we are able to induce the development of microbes inside our body, specifically pathogenic microbes, under certain conditions. So if you're creating an acidic environment in your body, then the microbes in your body can turn into a disease state. Now, how does this happen with 5G? Well, if you look at the 60 gigahertz frequency that everybody is vying for right now, it is the same resonant frequency as oxygen. And what does that mean?
Ooh.
That means that the iron inside of the hemoglobin that normally would have the ability to bind oxygen, to take it to your mitochondria to create your energy, will lose the ability to bind that oxygen, thus suffering from a slow death of hypoxia. This is why Asians were falling on their face.
Right, now
Not
stop right
because
there.
they were
Stop right there
dying.
for a second.
Jeez.
I had to drop the atomic on that. Yeah, you can continue. This is why the
Not
Asians...
because they were falling on their face because they were sick. They were suffocating. That's why they were falling, because of lack of oxygen. What happens if you throw a chokehold around a cat and count to 10?
Right.
What's he going to do?
Right.
He's
So
going to pass out. Okay? So that's what's happening. They're passing out, you see? And this 5G is terrible. Another thing with 5G, I implore everyone listening to go on their computer and Google twin astronaut study. Twin astronaut study. This is a study where there are twin astronauts, and one of them went up on the space station and one of them stayed here on Earth. They have the same genetics. And what they found out is that the one that went on the space station that was exposed to cosmic radiation, immune system got compromised, and they had a strong increase with microbial growth within inside of their body, because microbes react in a very aggressive manner to frequencies, to electromagnetic frequencies. So 5G is the thing that is causing the susceptibility of the virus. 5G is the thing that is multiplying the microbes and the people causing this infection. 5G is the reason for the suppress of the immune system. And when you suppress and neutralize an immune system, shoot, you could die from scraping your knee.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking at right now. Remember, Wuhan, 10,500 5G stations.
Wow. Why so many in that place?
Damn.
Because China wanted to be the first people to have the full-fledged rollout take place so they could be ahead of the game. Remember, China's been buying up everything.
Yes.
We know how China's presence here is in America in regards to in the pocket. They buying up all the islands.
Yes.
They all up in Africa.
Plenty of
They
real estate.
everywhere.
And I also heard...
That's what I'm saying.
I also heard they built this big antenna the size of New York. Or something like a whole antenna the size of the city of New York. So we do know there's something going on with the frequencies there, and the CO2 is off balance there, you know, dealing with the oxygen. Yes.
They have maps on the emissions of pollution from prior to the outbreak to when they shut everything down to now when they're starting to turn everything back on. And it was a huge decrease in the pollution. This thing hit in December 31st, right? This is when all the reports started really popping up, right at the end of the year. They're in winter. They have pollution blocking out their sun. They have nothing but 5G towers everywhere. They're not exposing their skin. They're in a vitamin D winter. This is why they suffered. This is why they suffered. This is why you don't see as many reports in equatorial regions, because between that, listen, what do they use to disinfect all of the medical tools in hospitals? They use ultraviolet radiation, specifically UVC.
Yes.
So when you're in an equatorial region, you have UVB, you got a little bit of UVC, so you're not going to have a problem with microbes and viruses and things like that in those areas because of that high solar frequency. You see? But when you go in temperate regions, people that's eating MSG and all types of dye and not going outside and on a tablet or phone that is constantly beaming blue light frequencies to you.
Yes.
Uncoupling melanopsin, which is a protein in your eyes and your skin, connected to vitamin A, which is responsible for being a sensor for light. It uncouples it. It destroys it. That ruins your melatonin, which is your night hormone, which prevents you from going to sleep, which is your regeneration protocol. Thus, you're not getting no sleep and you're not regenerating. Your immune system getting shut down.
Absolutely. And we being melanated beings, that nighttime is so important for us creatively, spiritually, how we, astral travel and do all the magical things we do. And when you're deprived of that, you're not reaching that state to really tap in.
Right. That's right. And people have asked, okay, the melanated people, they ain't gonna get this. They're gonna be able to be immune to it. And it's like yes and no, because a Bentley is an amazing car. It's luxurious. It got all the bells and whistles. But if you got a Bentley sitting on 4 cement bricks,
then it ain't no good.
You ain't going nowhere.
Facts.
So are you taking care of your divine galactical spacesuit? Because you just can't go off the tag anymore.
Facts. Facts.
And that's the problem.
So let me ask you. Go ahead.
No. What was you gonna say?
No. Continue.
No, I was gonna say. So we have to take charge of ourselves again and our health. We have to get our immune system up. So this is a reset of our immune system. Now, don't get me wrong. There's something deeper going on right here. They're using this as an opportunity to gain a whole lot of control. How do you get a whole world to volunteer to be vaccinated?
Right.
How do you do that?
Right.
You have to have them ask for it. That's the new game with everything that's done. It's like, okay, we can't make people do nothing. We can't just point a gun and tell them to do something. They're going to stand up. They're going to fight. So Google and Facebook, we're going to patent these blue light frequencies because we know the effect on the frontal lobe and their dopamine and how it's going to make people more submissive.
Facts.
We're going to do that. We're going to hit them with the flicker. We're going to hurt them with the immune system. And we're going to create a circumstance where people are begging. So then we say, guess what? This is what we got for you.
Yep. They're going to make it seem like it just came off the press. We just cracked the code, and now we're going to rush this to every outlet where meanwhile they already have this.
Google the TED Talks, the Bill Gates TED Talks from 2015.
I saw it,
Where he walked up on the stage, and he showed a picture of a mushroom cloud from a nuclear explosion and was like, most people think the end of the world's going to look like this. Then he said, no, the end of the world's going to look more like this, and showed a picture of the coronavirus. Do you understand? Viruses got all types of different looks. There's all types of viruses.
Absolutely.
We had a coronavirus up 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to understand that this is a stage, man. We know that this is a hologram. Everybody's playing their part. You got all these CEOs stepping down, all this stuff getting freaked around. You got folks, you got the government talking about they about to give you a rack a month. You don't have to pay your mortgage or your bills, bro.
Right.
Bro.
Absolutely. You would never thought you would live to see the day that, and you already know if they doing that, is something else going on far greater.
Come on, man. Listen, Kobe got taken out the game at the top of the year, bro. Sideways. No one saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
No one saw that coming. Listen, that was symbolic of what's going on right now.
Absolutely. So,
you know what I mean?
What are some of the things we can take, for my listeners in the urban nation?
In order to take care of this. So, number one, listen, do your best to not miss another sunrise. I suggest everybody get up early enough, get outside. I don't care if there's a skyline, a tree line, a mountain in front of you. Okay, it don't matter. Get up when the sunrise, go outside, barefoot in the grass, and watch that sun come up.
Yes.
You don't have to stare at the sun for 10, 20 minutes or nothing like that. You look to the side, look underneath it, just look in the general direction, but you need to be out there for at least 30 minutes and greet that sun, because the color temperature and the frequency of the sun is there to tune your chronobiology. Chrono for time, biology for life. You are a living clock. You are time.
Excellent.
You are time. You create time. So you got to get up. You have to make like the Haremaket, the Sphinx and Kemet, and you need to put your limbs in the soil and in the grass and look in the direction of the sun, okay? You need to be out during vitamin D hours. And if you don't know what vitamin D hours are in your area, there is an app called D-Minder. D is in dog, Minder, M-I-N-D-E-R, as in reminder. And it has a Google Map app in it where you drop the pin, and wherever location you are, they give you a play-by-play of vitamin D in your area. When it starts, when it ends, and where solar noon is. You need to be outside as a black person
D-Minder,
at least an hour or more, because white Caucasians don't have to stay out in the sun as long as us to get their vitamin D numbers up. We have to stay out longer. Why? It's the same way between you buying a notebook, iMac notebook, Apple notebook versus iPhone. If you have to charge it up when you first buy it, you probably have to charge that laptop a little bit longer than the phone, because the laptop is a little bit more complex and dynamic.
Yes, yes.
So we have more to charge, so we have to stay in it a lot longer. Another thing I would suggest is sea moss. Okay, I'm not going to say my sea moss. I'm not going to say any particular sea moss. Listen, sea moss is the new weed on the block.
Okay.
That's what folks is tracking these days.
I'm on that every day.
Okay? It's everywhere. So I'm just going to say, go to your neighborhood trapper and get some sea moss. And the reason why I'm saying sea moss is because sea moss, it consists of something called carrageenans. They make up the cell wall. These carrageenans are the plant analog or the plant synonym of a polymer that's inside of you called chondroitin sulfate. These mechanisms are able to inhibit viruses from entering inside your cell, and it also plays a role in activating a particular complex with your vitamin D binding protein called GC-MAF. GC-MAF is an initiator of your macrophages, which are these killer cells and these white blood cells that you have that are kind of like a dragon. So imagine a knight in shining armor, right? It's trying to get into a castle, but there's a dragon blocking the castle. See what I'm saying? You want to rock that dragon to sleep, right, with lean, so it don't wake up and kill you. That's usually the state that our macrophage is in, or if we're under the influence of an infection or getting attacked, usually our macrophages are manipulated to sleep, so the dragon's asleep. So what GC-MAF does with this chondroitin sulfate, which is an analog to what's contained in sea moss, it's able to activate your dragon. It wakes the dragon up, so the dragon can get up and start breathing fire on anybody trying to get in the temple.
Nice.
See what I'm saying? So sea moss is everything right now. Elderberry would be something real good. Getting your iron levels up with dandelion root. You have amla or Indian gooseberry, where you could get large quantities of vitamin C inside of your system. If any Sabi listeners are listening to me and they want me to throw a Sabi herb out there, Palo Guaco would be the herb that Sabi would suggest right now, because it's a bronchodilator. That means it dilates your bronchial tubes, which are part of your respiratory system.
What about colloidal silver?
Now, I don't get too much into all of the metals. That's something that Blue Pill is into with the gold and silver and everything like that. But I've heard good things about it. I'm an ethnobotanist, so I deal with using plants, because the thing about extrapolating ingredients is that it's almost, I compare it to a football team. Everybody loves the quarterback, right? However, would you just play the quarterback at the Super Bowl by himself?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. You need the whole team, right?
Facts.
So when you pull active ingredients out plants, that's like you're just putting the quarterback or the wide receiver in the game and
Gotcha.
no one else. The plan is complete. So you want the whole team there because you might need a cornerback over here. You got a defense. You got to run
safety,
the line.
absolutely.
There's all types of plays you need to take, and you need options to make the different plays. If you just put it on the quarterback and he gets smacked, it's a wrap.
Ball game over.
Plus, who he throwing to?
Yo, facts. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about foods, I would say cruciferous vegetables and vegetables in the mustard family that contain the sulfur, they're going to help raise your glutathione levels up. You know, definitely going to say hydration. You need to drink lots and lots of water, you know. But the most important thing is vitamin D and sun exposure. I'm telling you, it's called the coronavirus for a reason. The sun is the one thing that will knock it out. So if you get in that sun and you stimulate that melanin and that vitamin D and all the other photoreceptors in your body by being inside of that full spectrum light that the sun blesses us with, you'll be surprised what it could do. I mean, look at what it's been doing for billions of years.
Let me ask you a
know
question.
What I'm saying?
That's a great point. Let me ask you another. What about infrared saunas? Is that a hack?
Sauna is great. Listen,
okay.
The reason why I tell people to get up in the morning, when we look at Kemet, who represented the morning in Kemet? Khepera. When you see the scarab beetle, it is holding a red circle that represents the sun red, because when the sun first comes up, it's reddish orange. It's predominantly infrared light at that time with blue light matched with it. That red light is everything because it can penetrate through your entire body. Your mitochondria, which is passed down through your mother, that represents all of your energy that you end up creating, has something called the electron transport chain where you make your ATP and make water from. Well, those enzymes in that electron transport chain are called cytochromes. Cyto means cell, chrome means color. Each one of those enzymes have heme groups and copper inside, and they are red light sensors, meaning you can use infrared to create ATP or energy in your body without eating food.
Beautiful. Well,
so
let me ask you.
Very good. So I would definitely suggest that.
So where can you be reached? Some people who are interested.
KT the Arts Degree, KT TheArchDegree, KT the Arts Degree on YouTube.
Yeah, we got you on the screen.
Instagram, Twitter, and .net is the website. Okay, .net is the website. Brother Rich and I are doing an immune builder fast that's starting on Monday. If you email him and get in touch with him, he'll give you all the information.
Okay.
We do a chat on WhatsApp. Last time we had over 100 people. I'm there every day. People ask me a billion questions. I'm answering them all. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be there starting Monday. Going to do a fast all through the week to get people's immune systems up.
Yes.
That's the key. It's not about getting rid of the coronavirus. It's about getting your immune system up to par.
Dope.
And with that being said, we want to thank KT the Arts Degree for spending some time with us.
Facts.
We appreciate you, King,
Thanks
and we're going to talk to you soon, King.
Yes, I will be back, man. Love to the fam. Y'all stay strong. I'll be in touch.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Just got a lesson.
We just got a quick lesson from KT the Arts Degree on some of the things we can do that are in our power. See, we got to take the power back. If that means you got to walk 9 blocks to that health food store that you've been passing your whole life, like ain't nothing in there for me, go in there. Do not be afraid to go in there. And if you do not know something, ask.
I just found out there was one close to me, too.
Yes, there are people who are in there who are dying for you to come in there and ask. Don't act like you afraid or you don't know something, because when you don't know, the only way you learn is when you ask. Listen, I'm dealing with this. I'm trying to keep my immune system up. They'll tell you need to get this, get that, and then get to work. Get out in that sun when you can, even if you got to go on your fire escape. Get in that sun. And we have disconnected from the earth.
Yes.
Our feet don't touch the earth no more, so we're not physically grounded anymore. So that's a spiritual practice to, get back to the park, put your feet actually on the ground so you can get synced back up. We are going to make this. Trust me, we're going to make it, you know what I mean? And we're going to make it big time.
Come out the other end better.
come out the other end better. So let's. You want to take some questions?
Real quick.
Better watch.
Real quick.
Grounded in the.
Dude.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yep.
Yeah. Real quick. The Patriots. They just announced that Tom Brady's not coming back to the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I heard that. So did you cry? Because I know you are a Patriot.
No, I didn't cry, but I expected it.
You expected it?
Yeah, I know. I didn't think he was coming back.
Okay.
But it felt like, I was telling my friends, it felt like somebody in the NFL, like the commissioner said, listen, people's morale is down. We need somebody. We need stuff.
So this is a happy moment. Yeah, but that's not a happy moment.
No, I'm not talking about just Tom Brady. I'm talking about the whole NFL. Like,
yeah, players been all over the place,
everywhere. Just like he got cut, he got traded, he got cut, he got let go. Like it's
been all over the place.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see the NFL move like that. NBA, yes,
exactly.
NFL has been moving and trading a lot of players. Todd Gurley, a lot of players.
He got cut.
So that's some NFL news. Let's get to some questions. I want to know in the chat, like, what's going on in your city? You know what I mean? If there's something going on you want to talk about, then let's get to that.
Somebody said, Malcolm, can I get your jailhouse worker? I was a member of the Breakfast Club. Yeah, okay. Listen, I was just talking about calisthenics.
Oh, calisthenics.
Where I have a weight vest, so push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups.
That's old school.
Old school. Just,
stay within
squats, body squats.
Yes, yes. Stay within your zone. If you have one of them little ab rollers or something.
I got one of those too.
You know what I'm saying? All of them little things. Or you could do what I do. I just eat donuts.
Yeah, no.
No, listen, that is an exercise. No. Look at that curl.
No.
Yeah.
And Andrew Gullum. We didn't talk about him.
Who?
The guy from Florida, the guy who was running for governor for Florida, he got caught.
He got caught in a mess. He got caught with some methamphetamines and some gay boys.
Yeah. He was having a wild night.
He was having a real wild night. But remember, they know all of that already. He may have violated something, or it wasn't going along with a plan or something they're trying to do, and they go, okay, we'll show you what you got. They did that to Robert Kraft.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Caught him, and he had some Chinese chick tickling his binky balls, his 90-year-old balls. Disgusting. And they filmed that. I'm about to throw up, but yeah, so trust me, whenever they catch you like that and put you out there, because all of them congressmen get down, you see the pedophile rings. It's a lot going on in this country. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy stuff, but there's a lot going on in this country.
Yeah.
A lot of chips are falling, a lot of things that we thought we'd never see. Right? First of all, I thought I'd never see 9/11, right? In my time.
Oh, okay.
And then 19 years later, that might be what the 19 is on the COVID. I'm just saying. 19 years later, we're dealing with this. You know what I mean? So it's a crazy time we're living in, man. It really is.
Yeah, and I just keep asking, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get why is this all happening right now? Like, what's the point of it?
It's 2020, right? And we have been prophesying 2020 as the time that our vision would be clear. You see with these two eyes, or you look with these two eyes, you see with this eye. And I don't know, even if on camera, you can kind of see where my pineal gland is. You see that indentation in my forehead. I keep that pineal gland rocking. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all to get it twisted. I'm not a goofy. I only play one on TV. But we seeing more and more of what the illusion, what's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Right? So now we're seeing what's behind the curtain in real time. You know what I mean? So what's important now? Is this dude's album the most important thing, or me going home hugging my kid and trying to figure out what we're going to do next? If we all have to learn a new trade because we're going online, when they turn the lights back on, it's going to be something different.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I think. Because I remember you were talking last week. You said, I don't know if this is the test run or something, or it's the real thing. I think... early this week, I was flirting with the idea that this was a test run for something because, like you said earlier, like the people, like I'm taking the temperature of the people, like outside is still kind of business as usual.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So people are not really, there's a healthy panic, but there's not fear if people were like dropping dead in the middle of the street.
But they keep upping it every day. That's why I said don't watch all the news.
Yeah.
Get your morning briefing and then get, you know what I'm saying, a piece later. Shout out to Almighty KG from the legendary Cold Crush Brothers. I spoke of the Cold Crush about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Him and his beautiful wife are tuned in. You know what I'm saying? He has some amazing things coming. We're going to have him on the show. So when you start talking real hip-hop, he breathes it. You know what I'm saying? Look up the Cold Crush Brothers if you don't know who they are. Yes?
Goddess Luna 9, somebody, she said, did you hear about North Carolina Senator Richard Burr caught on secret recording warning donors about the coronavirus 3 weeks ago and sold off all his stocks? Ooh.
No, I did not hear about that. But I would not be surprised. When you're pulling off something of this magnitude, there are always leaks and links that you have to reconnect and put band-aids on things, because not everybody is in, you know what I'm saying, with the program.
Yeah.
And there are people who come on TV and they can't just outrightly tell you, but they say weird stuff. Like, you know, just hang in there. This too will pass. Even Trump said some smooth stuff a few weeks ago where he said, listen, we all going to win when this is over. This is a blessing in disguise. I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying this. You know what I mean? And because he's at war with different factions of our own government, we got to stop thinking they're all in alignment.
Yeah.
But that's devil business. That really has nothing to do with us. We have to ride our undercurrent. Our ancestors call on them. Create your altar if you don't have one. Burn some sage in your house, right? Sage is going to get rid of all kind of viruses, right? So burn that sage, light them candles, smoke a joint if that's what you need to do. Get into a frame of mind, because we're going to make it on the other side of this, but there will be things in place that we're going to have to adjust to. Like 911 was a joke. No disrespect. Shout out to Flavor Flav. But we still had to live our life as if it was a real event. And I always tell y'all, real people can die in a fake movie. Just because, you know, they're running this game plan, there will be casualties along the way with that. You know what I mean? But they're going to put something in place, and we're going to have to be able to adjust and adapt to that. It's not going to be cool anymore to just be sitting on the corner talking smack and all that. We're going to have to be purposeful in our actions so that we can get through this. Yes?
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder when this is going to when it's going to go away and what's going to come of it.
Well, if you're listening to the mayor, this is 6 more months of this.
6 months.
That's what they're saying. I don't agree. I told you, every day you wake up, you thank your ancestors or you thank your God for waking up. You put your feet on the ground and you move forward. And the small things that used to bother you, do not let them bother you anymore. That's why I'm laughing and goofy all day long. Life is about laughing and enjoying all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, in the midst of us here having a good time, we are still focused and we are still with you. We started not to do this show tonight.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because I wasn't sure if you would be downtown and you couldn't come to the Bronx and so forth. But I said, yo, the people want to hear from us.
Yeah.
I said, it's the equinox. This is our 2-year anniversary.
We didn't even realize that. I just kind of like thought about it.
Just kind of thought about that and synced up. So here we are. And, you know, we love all of you. We know you love us.
Yeah.
Through the support that we get. You know what I mean? So what's going on in your city?
Somebody said military in Boston and Blue Hill Avenue. I like that movie. You remember that movie?
Military what?
In Boston.
No. What's the name of the movie?
Blue Hill Avenue.
No, I didn't see that. It's not a TV show.
No, it was
an actual movie.
Yeah,
No, I didn't see that.
But somebody said military on that street.
Oh, got you.
It'll bug me out the first time I see some active military in New York.
Yes. Because for all the conspiracy theorists who've been saying that for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you start seeing military on your street and they come under the guise of handing out food and medicine, but they got guns.
Okay, but here's what...
And if you get out of pocket...
Here's what I also want to say as well. It's funny to see some of, people in the conscious community who have been talking about this and quote unquote preparing for this for like their whole lives. And
now it's showtime.
No, and it's showtime, but they're taking every word of the news as Bible.
I don't know who those people are.
I've been seeing them.
I've been schooled by the best.
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
You know what I mean? So I'm schooled by the best. So I know what to decipher, what not to decipher, when to watch the news, when not to watch the news. Now you get a few because they can capitalize off of fear.
Yeah, okay.
And all of that kind of stuff. But the ones who are on it, they know. Ain't no panic. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and we gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, facts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yeah, let's get to some questions. Do you have that clip of the baby shower? No. The reveal? You don't have that clip?
You can follow me if you want to see the reveal. You can follow me on Instagram.
Huh?
The big announcement.
Yeah, but that's the 13-minute. We just had a little small clip, no? No?
Listen, guys, if you want, you can see my gender reveal on my Instagram at top_x_.
Yes.
Or at top_x. No, top_xth.
Where's the link for the replay for the DJ the Money Coach?
I said email. Somebody said that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, email. I just responded to you, Jamie, saying email urbanx.nyc@gmail.com, and I'll make sure DJ gets to you.
Chris Davis, your family's looking at you different. Why? Because you on point now, and they was calling you a loony bird earlier, or now they reaching out for you for that information that they thought you was crazy about. You know what I mean? Okay, that could happen. Yeah, my whole family said, we love you, Dwayne, but even my mother be like, Dwayne, come on, man. I be like, Mom, I'm just telling you how I see it. You know what I mean? So Nessera is coming to, I don't know what Nessera is.
Me neither.
So please inform us. All right.
Somebody said DMV is pretty normal. Okay.
Okay, you can go. What? You can go to get your license renewed right now. Better do it.
Not that DMV fool.
Oh! I thought they meant the DMV. Oh, you mean Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking, if you need to get your license renewed, just go in there and cough and clear that piece out. Shit.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. DMV is DMV.
Lyra Day. Oh, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Your birthday is tomorrow. And also your article will be up on urbanx.nyc tomorrow morning.
Okay. We know it's a time-sensitive article. Yes.
Yeah,
maybe?
not that one.
Oh, not that one?
No, but
all right, a couple of people. I did not waste the last 30 years.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep. Okay. Chris Davis. No, you on it. You on it. You know what I mean?
There's a couple articles that'll be up tomorrow morning as well, actually.
Yeah, we'll put some articles up and continue to
urbanx.nyc.
Do what we have to do as a collective. Amazing selling Lysol for $100, or Amazon selling Lysol for $100.
There was a guy who bought, who stocked up on hand sanitizers and things like that.
He can't move it now, right?
Yeah, because he was price gouging and
they
Amazon
shut him down.
Yeah.
So at least he can get face value for it.
Yeah.
Hey, $2, $2. You know what I mean?
Where at? Somebody said gas 175. What?
Come on, man. Your name is Dwayne too. So is my son. That's what's good. And Dwayne means wagon maker.
We tease him about that.
Yeah, you're like you think it's a metaphysical deep. No, that shit mean wagon maker. Wagon makers are important too because they had to carry things. Yes. This virus just made easier for Agenda 2030 plan. Yes, for the UN, absolutely. We're not going to sleep on that. Did y'all think Kobe killed because he wouldn't be the face of Corona? Maybe. Everything is up for grabs. I know he had a unique relationship with China. Somebody even suggested he was going to start his own league out there.
And Italy.
In China and Italy.
Like he had his relationship.
You know what I'm saying? And had he started his own league in China, like I told you, there's more Chinese basketball players than citizens here. That might have catapulted him into levels beyond what you could imagine. Yes?
Somebody said, will there be any Urban Excellence jerseys in the merch? I don't know what that means. In the merch? Is that what you mean?
Like jerseys, like basketball jerseys?
I
don't know. We might do that.
Maybe.
I like the hockey jerseys.
Hockey jerseys are fly.
Those are fly.
Hockey jerseys are fly.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yep. COVID in Hebrew, Kobe, yes. Supreme melanoids. I'm sorry, I might have screwed your name up.
What else? What else we got? So, like we said, this is just, don't forget to visit shopurbanx.com.
Yes, get Malcolm's book.
It's on sale
at shopurbanx.com.
If you can, if you want to go on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com,
you can.
You could, but
you're not gonna get that discount,
and it's not gonna be autographed.
Yes.
Okay. Also, don't forget to subscribe to us on Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV.
You got to download the app.
Yes.
Yes. Got to download that app.
You can catch us live. Also, what else? Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're picking up some numbers.
Yes, we're picking up some numbers.
We're going
to make an announcement soon.
Very soon.
Yes. It's not going to be as big as the baby announcement, but it's going to be big.
It's not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to be there for Junior,
I'm not naming him.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be there for him.
Okay.
Because he's going to have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why's my dad so dumb? Well, Junior, intelligence skips a generation, so I'm smart. Your dad's dumb, and you're smart. We'll keep an eye on him. It's going to be a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That,
Got to start getting the registry together. This is hard. This is tough.
The registry?
Yes.
Yeah. Another quickie for the night? No, I'll save my Black Dot quickies.
Yeah, so apparently there's some ingredient in like a lot of baby stuff that lowers their IQ. And I'm like, why is nobody else like worried about this?
Well, we're going to be on that.
Yeah.
We are going to be on it because we don't want no complications.
Can't have no dumb baby.
Yeah, can't have no. You're dumb. That's what I'm saying. It skips a generation. We can't have that. So, with that being said, we love you guys. Oh, they said Kobe in Hebrew means Cuba. Okay, so my COVID thing didn't work.
No, so it's the spelling.
Oh, okay, it's the spelling.
It's the spelling.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's Koby.
Okay.
Which is still Kobe phonetically.
Got you. All right, so with that being said, we want to thank you for your donations.
We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate the Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? If you send in 10, send in 20 next time. Donations.
Louisa Fields, Auntie Green.
Joking.
We are on Roku. Just put in Urban X, and you will see our app, and you can download it, and you can watch us live on Urban X.
Yes.
Urban Excellence is it, but as soon as you put in Urban X, we there. Lisa Fields Police in hometown in Newark, New Jersey, are going to every business telling them to shut down. Yep, I heard about that in Newark. They may need to shut Newark down, period. No disrespect. Newark is gangster. Shit. I slam my doors. I'm from the Bronx. I go to Newark. Boom. They do not be playing out in Newark.
Click. That's funny.
All right, so on Real Talk, thank you everybody who's tuned in.
Thank you guys for joining us this week.
Yes.
Like we said, we almost didn't do this show, but like we feel at home with you guys.
Absolutely.
We missed you guys.
And we want to stay connected.
Facts.
If things ever get crazy, you just have to go live from your phone.
Okay.
And I got to go live from my phone.
Okay.
If we in the bunker. You know what I mean? So with that being said, peace, respect. We love you all. Stay well.
Peace.
Keep your vibration very high.